Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island Games Season 2, and we gotta react to the first look, you guys. It's a hot mess! It is a hot mess express! You guys, we're getting to this action tonight. Now, we pick off in the bedroom, you guys. You know, a meeting in the bedroom. Not that type of meeting with the power squad, but nonetheless, a meeting in the bedroom. And they're plotting on the losing team, right? They're plotting. They are, you know, running the scheme set up by production to backstab the losing team of that sweet spot challenge, you guys. And as we know, they have to choose 2 guys and 2 girls to duel. It sounds like, you know, it's a messy decision. And it sounds like, and of course, Garbi reads that you have to seal it with a kiss. Now, it doesn't specify how you gotta kiss them. If it could just be like a kiss on the cheek, if you gotta kiss them on the lips, if it has to be a full-blown makeout session, it just says seal it with a kiss. So then we see Johnny dismissing the women, you guys. like it's giving dictatorship. But he dismisses Garbi and Lucinda. I guess they get to do the honors first, is what I'm assuming, right? Or at least one of them. I don't know. But I feel like Lucinda would easily kiss Kendall on the cheek, because that's like her bestie, right? And and also Andrea, right? Andrea, obviously she kisses Josh all the time, so it would be nothing for her to seal it with a kiss with him. I feel like that's easy, right? That if it's Kendall and that if it's Josh going in the duel, that Lucinda, because she's besties with Kendall, would easily kiss him on the cheek. He's gonna be elated, you guys. He's not gonna know what to do with himself. And then Andrea already kisses Josh on the regular, so it could just be like, hey, I was just thinking about you, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be all types of things, right? Now, what's gonna be interesting is the girl situation, right? Because there's a part of me that feels like Tyreek still has a little bit of a heart and would not put Justine in the ring of fire. And I feel like Johnny would not take that shot at Justine yet, because I feel like depending on how this goes with the rest of the challenges, I feel like they at least want Justine either right before the final or in the final, depending on who the other couples are. I feel like it's too early to take that shot at Justine. It would be absolutely horrible if they did. But none of the less, they already know that America likes Justine because she was saved. Her and Andrea, they were saved from even participating in the duel. So that is why my rationale is I think the 2 girls are Garbi and Nicola. I have no clue why some of you think it's Garbi versus Justine. I would be shook. Garbi was nowhere to be found in that first look. There was a little bit of Justine. There was a lot of Sydney for some reason. I have no clue why there was a lot of Sydney. Not sure what that was about, but there was a lot, way too much Sydney. Into, you know, as far as I'm concerned. So I feel like she's not even an option. Justine, there was just like like if you blinked, you'll miss Justine, right? But I felt like Garbi was nowhere to be found, which was a telltale sign. And I feel as though Nicola is next up, is batter up. Now, nonetheless, we also get in the clip, y'all, we got some drama. We've got some beef, right? Because we now have Isaiah versus Toby, because apparently somebody's upset that they're picked in the duel. And Isaiah's like, I'm not just going to kick somebody when they're down. I feel like potentially it's got to be Nicola. It's got to be Nicola, because she would be the only one that would have such a reaction to being selected to being in the duel. And Isaiah was previously in a couple with her, and he knows how strenuous this decision can be. But you deliberating with Nicola and just going with whatever the wind blows until you push back finally on who you really want in the duel is different than dealing with the heartless trio of Tyreek, Toby, and Johnny. Like make it make sense, Isaiah. You're arguing with brick walls. You're going back and forth with brick walls. It's a game. Y'all getting all emotionally involved and everything else. So I am inclined to believe, like, this is where I stand. I feel like it is Nicola, and I feel like it is Garbi that is in that duel. So nonetheless, I would be shocked if it's Justine. We then have a conversation, y'all, with Josh and Andrea. And Andrea looks like she's ready for the next victim. She looks like she is ready for another male bombshell to come in. She is not even, giving him the energy. He's like, where do we stand? Where do we stand? Now, one of two things could be happening. This could be a fake out, and it could be Kendall versus Casey in a duel, but I feel like Toby and Tyreek really want Josh out. Really want Josh out. And do not feel like there is not a better opportunity than the present to take that shot, because you don't know the next time you're going to win a challenge. So I feel like it was a little icy in the trailer between Andrea and Josh talking about some where we stand. And Andrea is like, what do you mean where we stand? I got a man back home, allegedly, that I broke up with a couple weeks before the show, allegedly. So I can get that 250 thou wow, allegedly. So nonetheless, she sees the light at the end of the tunnel. She's got a redemption arc. People like her again, and she's got some friends. She's got an actual alliance of people that for now are going to have her back, and she's safe. You're not safe, Josh, is what I think, right? But it could, like I said, it could be misleading. Who knows? Or whatever else. But here's the thing. All of these alliances, all of these things, all of it is temporary, you guys. All of it is temporary. So we get to that. Then everybody has to gather around the fire pit. And that is when they announce that there is going to be a duel. And they announce that it's about to go down. And it's going down in the daytime, y'all. And all we're seeing is just various looks from various people. But again, no Garbi. No Garbi at all. like, where is Garbi? Where's Waldo? Where is she? That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. I'm very concerned for Garbi right now. So, nonetheless, we then get a shot of Ariana walking into the villa, and she has on a variation of the gold dress that she had previously that had references to Love Island, that had like Mamacita, I think, and had some other stuff. So now she's got like a purple version, like a lavender version of it, and with like the red kisses and things like that on there. So she walks in, everybody gets ready for the duel. And you can't tell on the girl side or any on the losing team side, like who is going to be in this duel. They do show a few shots of Kendall, right? But nonetheless, you have no clue. But I hope nothing catastrophic happens. I hope that the strong reaction that they show at the end of this first look is just the reaction as far as who lost. That maybe they're shocked at who lost, which has me severely worried that it's Garbi. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that maybe it's Nicola that loses, and maybe that explains their reaction. Maybe they were hoping Nicola could take out Garbi, and instead Nicola fumbles, perhaps, and maybe that's why they're all astonished, because they all like her in the villa. I don't know. It's giving, this whole thing is giving me a weird feeling, but I hope I'm wrong. I better not see no Garbi versus Justine in that duel. I know that. And I hope that if it is Garbi versus Nicola, she comes out victorious. I hope Garbi comes out victorious, but like I said, I am worried because she is nowhere to be found in this trailer. It's giving like a final, sign off, right? That we got all this Garbi and Kendall heavy makeout. They were so happy to win the duel, and now 24 hours later, you're put back into the duel. No, or 36 hours later, however much time has passed, now you're back into the duel. So I hope that I'm wrong. But I have a feeling, I don't see a situation where Garbi's not in this duel. I feel like Justine has enough relationships that she's out of this duel, because I feel like if Johnny needs to switch up, like Justine's right there to couple up with, right? And then I feel like with Tyreek, he has no other options. He has no other options, and you can't couple up with Toby to do challenges together the rest of the way. I feel like it makes zero sense for any of them to target their couples and throw their couples into the duel. It makes zero sense for Toby to target Sydney. It makes zero sense for Tyreek to target Justine, because those are additional allies for them. But it would make sense for them to say to Andrea, you're the sacrificial lamb, we're going to go after Josh. That is a possibility. I would be shocked if it is a Casey versus Kendall duel after all of this foolishness and fugaziness. No. And Andrea has previously said that she found Casey attractive, right? But nonetheless, she could have just been blowing smoke. But, again, it's a game. $250,000 are on the line. We are getting near to the end. This allegedly is like the last week and some change. So now all bets are off. Now everything is on the line. Now it's time to get cutthroat. So we'll see how this ends. So there is that. Let me know your picks in the comments. Who do you think is going in the duel? What do y'all think is going to happen tonight? Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is at the end of the line. It is todos, it's finito, it is final. It is the end of the video. It's the end of the line for everything in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.